8 months ago, I decided to stop talking with my parents. I didn't block them or anything of the sort. They can still call me or text me whenever they want. I just decided to stop initiating the conversation myself. And apart from last week, when they sent me happy birthday Blage, it was utter and complete radio silence. And that thing hit me really hard emotionally. The anger, the feeling of loneliness, and just a deep sense of not belonging to my family. That my family only wants to talk to me when I have something to offer, versus them wanting to talk to me because I'm their child. And what I can say from those emotions for the past 8 months, it's been a roller coaster of negative, positive emotions. But in the end, all of this emptiness that I've been feeling, and I still feel, is getting filled in with who am I and actually what do I want from my life and from everything. The sad part about this is that my parents only talk with me or my sister in this regards or anybody else if they have something to gain from that. And that's specifically my dad, but my mom as well. And it is really, it really tells me a lot when they haven't talked with me for 8 months. And I tried to communicate with them before. So this started 4 years ago when I started going to therapy and I understood what my parents did to me, how much trauma and how much abuse they gave me, both emotional, psychological, and apparently it's also physical, but I don't remember that one. Now I tried to talk with my dad about this, and we talked for about 3 hours in a neutral location in a cafe. And the only thing he got out of that conversation was, Blaj, you're really unemotional right now. You're not showing any emotions. Now, I did show emotions, but not the ones that he expected. He was expecting to drain my energy, to push his negative emotions and negative feelings onto me, which I did for pretty much the majority of my life when I was living with them. But at that point, I didn't allow it. And he got from this is like, well, Blaj, you're really cold. The same thing goes with my mom. And I tried later on. Go. I went to the apartment, of course, just to see how they're doing and all of that. But like slowly and surely, with each next visit that I had, the apartment that they were in was becoming darker and darker and a lot more negative energy. It became so bad that the last time I actually went there, I had to recover for the next day. I was almost incapable of doing anything because it drained me so much emotionally. So I decided to stop going there. And then occasionally I would initiate the communication, talk with them. But 8 months ago, I just stopped and they haven't replied since. Which the only explanation or what I can say is that the only time they want to talk to me if they can get some benefit from me. And that they're also angry that because I'm a child, I'm not communicating with them. Because it is my responsibility since they're my parents for me to want to have a relationship with them, which is completely false. If they want to have one with me, it's their decision, it's their initiative that they actually need to have a conversation with me. And when I'm talking this right now, I also talk with this with people that I have conversations with. And one of the things that either you are getting from others is they can react like, hey, just forgive your parents. They did everything that they could, they tried their best. And to those people, I usually just smile because they first don't understand me or don't understand a lot of stuff around mental health and abuse. And I just laugh because they have no idea what's going on inside of my head. Or they may be on a different healing journey than myself and they are projecting their beliefs onto me. They never want to understand why I don't want to talk with them and then why I'm happy with not talking to my parents. And At the beginning, it felt kind of like a personal attack on me when people were telling me this. Is like, how the hell do you not know that I don't want to talk with my parents? And like, you should understand me. But then people don't understand this because they still have good connections with their parents. They either think or actually had pretty good parents that they supported them, helped them, and all of that, which I didn't. And yeah, I just tell them, like, look, I'm in this journey. This is my truth, and this is my reality versus yours. And that, yeah, it's strange and it is what it is. The last thing that I really want to say about this is that I did have an identity crisis. Who am I? Who was I? And in 2025, so last year, was legitimately the year when I was contemplating this question so much. Is who is Blaj? What do I want to do? What's my identity and who am I as a person? And when I cut off my parents, I actually cut off communication with everybody except with my therapist and my girlfriend. And if I had to talk with anybody else just for my job or anything like that, which was a very small amount of people. But in the end, I am happy that this happened. And the one thing that is happening with me right now, even when I'm talking, is still the grief that I didn't have, that I am still not able to completely process. And I will be processing for the next month or years about my parents. And anybody that is listening to this, like right now, if you're listening right now, kudos to you to coming almost to the complete end of this video. But you always have to ask yourself, do I want to stay in contact with my parents? Are they guilt tripping me? Or would I be better off in not being connected or talking with them? Either you want to cut them off completely or just make sure that you sporadically talk with them or you talk with them on your own terms. That's up to you to decide and to see what is going to be the most beneficial for you, because you're the person that is, you should be your own top priority, not your parents, not anybody else, but you yourself. Because in the end, it's your life that you're living, not your parents or not anybody else. And it will be a roller roller coaster ride with positive, negative emotions. Sometimes you're going to feel undefeated or unbreakable, and the next day you may feel like really just being completely depressed, and that's completely okay, because the role of a parent should be to be your emotional support, to be there where you, to be there for you when you can be, for you to actually be comforted by them. But in your case, they're not. And this is who emotionally immature parents really are. And it freaking sucks. All right. Thanks for watching. There's some few more videos here that you want to see.